Kensington. There's the old hardware store. This is where Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, I think it was somewhere around here, once saved a family from a fire. I made a video about it. You can watch it. It's going to pop up somewhere around here. So it's November. We're here on Kensington Ave. I figured once a month I'm going to walk the Ave. I am doing this to show you if there's any difference on the Ave from a few months ago when they put in the bathrooms to, is there any difference now? I will say, out of all the times I walked Kensington Ave, I parked my car near McPherson Square. There were a lot of cops there, so I figured I'll leave it there. They can watch it. So I will say, this is the cleanest Kensington Ave has looked in any of my walks. They must have had street sweepers or something go down. It's about 1 o'clock on Thursday. It's not as crazy as it was last time. Last time I came down here was in September, and it was when they put in the new bathroom and the new sinks. If you're unaware, there is a hepatitis problem plaguing the neighborhood because people are dooting in the street. Hepatitis is going all around. People aren't cleaning up after themselves. So they open up these bathrooms that are open during the day, which means I'm going to see if they're open more at nighttime. They were talking about opening more. They were going to open up for longer hours because I would assume people mostly take a shit in the street at nighttime under the veil of darkness. I want to point out that I won't show anybody's face out of respect to the person's family. I don't think they need to see anybody in that condition. I also will point out every time I see somebody shooting up, I will not show it. But honestly, on my grandmom's grave, I swear, every time I say they're shooting up, they're shooting up. We're nodding out. Right? So, nodding out. So yeah, I'll say nodding out, shooting up. And I have a question. If I go down to City Hall, I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to go to City Hall. I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes. I don't smoke, but I'm going to walk around Rittenhouse Square, and I'm going to walk around Dilworth Park, and I'm going to walk around Love Park, and I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I want to see how often the cop comes up to me and says, "Hey, you can't do that." So we're going to see how that happens. Because and then I'm going to walk down Kensington Ave, I don't know, maybe smoking a joint and see if anyone says anything. I'm pretty sure they won't. And the Kensington Trust Company, that's becoming a medical facility. This will be the first time we walk by there, and there won't be a fence up. Now, can we get a street sweeper in Bridesburg sometime? Please. Giving out free cell phones. I get some criticism because people say I don't understand the mind of an addict because I'm not a heroin addict. To those people, I'm going to say this. I've lost friends. I've lost family members. I lost family members a few months, like recently, September. I lost a cousin. Heroin is not a drug that just affects the addict. Heroin is a drug that affects the family. Actually, most drugs are that way too. It don't just affect, because the person who is addicted to the drugs is going to wind up stealing from the family, and then the family, and then the family has to wander around Kensington Ave looking for their person, their family member who's addicted to drugs. So then your family members go missing, and then they have to go walking around Kensington Ave hanging up flyers for people who are missing. So it's not just about the addict. I think it's about everybody it affects. And most importantly, I think this whole situation affects the poor kids who go to Conwell School, who have to get off the L here, walk through all that shit, walk through all that mess, and then had to go to school. That's not fair. No kid should have to go to that. I care more about the kids than I do the people addicted to drugs. It's neat to see that was still there. All right, now this, I'm at Clearfield and Kensington. This is where all the... Last time I came here, there was a bunch of bullshit going on. I walked by, and there was visible needles. So, I don't know. It just seems like if that's a spot, I know it's a spot. It's been a spot for 2 months. 9 people just laying on the corner. 1 person with a needle in their hand. This is the spot I was last time. The guy was shooting up right here, and there was a cop on horseback walking by. If they're not afraid of a cop on a horseback, what are you going to be afraid of? So the sink used to be across the street. They moved it over here. Oh, library's closed today. Bunch of cops, 2 cops on horseback in McPherson Square. It's nowhere near as crowded as it was 2 months ago. Guy snorting it right there. Here's my thing, right? Like, if I go drinking somewhere, I try to hide it. Like if I'm drinking out in the public, you put it in a cup, you hide it in the bag. You just don't do it in the middle of the street. One thing I noticed, this is Kensington and Cambria. This used to be like a, whatever it is now is what it's always been, like a sports jacket, a hat place. I bought CDs in this place. But you can see the sign where it says boys wear, kind of like a... So this used to be something, I don't remember. And then this used to be the cheesesteak place. I think it was called Billy's. Maybe not Billy's, but it had a knight in shining armor. The whole corner of people just passed out. It just doesn't look glamorous to me, the whole sleeping and... That's still in business. It's a video camera. I'm a YouTuber. I YouTube. Here we are! 12 monkeys! Brad Pitt was in there. Terry Gilliam. Now, this used to be the epicenter of chaos. This is Kensington and Somerset. And it looks like that's moved down a bit. Not many people here, not many people hanging out. But back in the day, there used to be lots and lots of people hanging out, camping out, shooting them. People just walking around, needles just out. Just look at my needle, full of heroin. I guess it's heroin. I don't know. I can't tell you. You can't smell it, but imagine what that smells like. It smells 10 times worse than what you're thinking. Woo! And this is Tusculum Street, home of Rocky Balboa. 3 lived for Rocky 1. Rocky 5 is just down the street. I ain't going down there. But they painted a new mural at Kensington Leghigh, and they call Free and Clean. And then a few years ago, there was people living here in tents, in encampments. And now, besides a couch cushion, doing these walks. I got arthritis, and after I do these walks, that's it for a day or 2. That's why I haven't been making a lot of videos lately. Here we are, B and Leghigh. I'm gonna cross the Tusculum Street Bridge. I think, if I can, if it's open. When I was a kid, I always thought that was Father Carmine's church from Rocky. Since Rocky lived right down the street, I would only assume he would be a part of the parish that's right down the street from his house. It's not. It's in South Philly. My very first video I made there, or my second, well, no, my third video I made there. Guy shooting up right there. But that's smart. Go down the street that's closed. Nobody's gonna mess with you there, you know. Not doing heroin smart, but I'm saying if you're gonna do it off the beaten path, so nobody will say anything. Not that I don't. Doesn't look like anybody says anything anyway. Crossing the bridge. They're doing a lot of stuff with this railroad in Port Richmond on the other side of Frankfort Avenue, all the way down near like Thompson Street, maybe past that. I think they're building a lot of this property. It's just vacant land, no railroad tracks being used. So I think they're building up places to live in. All right, now we're back on Tusculum Street. The sad thing about this neighborhood is you can't talk to anybody because everyone's just going to assume either you're a drug addict or something, you know? So I'm kind of curious, what are they building there? I couldn't imagine living here. I couldn't imagine. Just, like my car has been parked at McPherson Square for a half hour now. I'm terrified. I know there's a cop right there, but I'm terrified. Like I think, yeah, someone's breaking into my car, my laptop's in there, my whole world, the whole Philly Captain universe, my phone's in there. Holy shit, the whole Philly Captain universe is in my car, parked in front of McPherson Square. I better hurry up. Lots of caps and murals here. All in all, it's a very quiet day on the Ave. And in quiet, I mean I saw at least 10 people shoot up. So, yeah, that will be my next investigator captain when I do the investigative report. I'm going to walk around Rittenhouse Square, Dilworth Park, and I'm going to and Love Park. I'm going to smoke cigarettes, and I'm going to see how long it takes for them to say something to me. Then I'm going to come down here on Kensington Ave, I guess with a joint or something. I don't do heroin, so I can't do heroin. But nobody, and just watch how nobody says anything to me. I watch how you could see what's going on. You know who are the drug dealers, and you know who are taking the drugs. It's a game of cat and mouse with the cops and the drug dealers. The drug dealers just stand on the corner, and the cops just stare at them. And I don't, you know, and nothing ever happens. I've never seen one person get arrested in any of my walks. Not one person was ever arrested in one of my walks. I've never seen, I saw one parking ticket. Lots of tickets. Right here, movie history. Rocky Balboa gripped up a guy, slammed him on the wall. This wall right here. Rocky Balboa. It's the bar Little Marie worked at. I know I talk about this place all the time. But people who are missing. It's crazy. It's crazy. People just go here, disappear. I think there's only one store on Kensington Avenue that is still open from when I was a child, and it's the adult bookstore. Yeah, see, that's the only store that's still around from when I was a kid. Is the porno store. How are they still in business? Isn't all that stuff free now on the internet? I don't know. I'm a man of the Lord. I don't watch that stuff. You just see people setting up scams. Guy was taking drugs out of a bag and putting it into another bag to, I guess, pinch, take a little bit off the top. Fucking shooting up right there. There's a guy that does vlogs too. His name's Frank. It's called Against the Grain Vlogs. He has a series called Faces of Kensington, where he gets the addict to tell their story. They're really, really interesting. It should be a regular TV. I guess it is a TV show. It's Intervention. This used to be a thrift store. I don't know what it is now. More people, just middle of the street, nodding out. Not middle of the street, on the street, just nodding out. I don't know what loitering is. I don't know what the actual definition of loitering is. To me, it's hanging out in some place that you're not allowed to be at for more than 2-3 minutes. Hanging out somewhere where it's not your space. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of loitering. A lot of loitering. Oh, there goes the street sweeper. Well, that's it. That's my walk on Kensington Ave, November 2019. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I will sail with you later. I'm thinking about doing something on Thanksgiving down here. I'm going to maybe make up some plates of food or something. I don't know. Thanksgiving Day, I think I'm going to be down here doing some stuff. All right. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I will sail with you later. Toodles!